Hello again, everyone. It's Dwayne. It's Wednesday. It's time for the midweek edition of One Man's Opinion. Not a lot of politics to talk about. Well, yes and no. Uh, as far as the political junkie stuff, we're in between caucuses and primaries right now. It's the little hiatus. The last three we had Washington, Alaska, and Hawaii on the 26th. Now the next is Wisconsin on April 5th, the primary there. That is going to be one to watch, but I'm not going to be here because I'm going to be on a cruise. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. Okay, let's talk about what we know going on this week. First of all, let's go to Janesville, Wisconsin, where reportedly a 15-year-old girl who doesn't look 15, she looked a whole lot older than that, accused some guy of groping her. And then apparently she said she shoved him back and then someone pepper sprayed her. Now, I watched the video not once, not twice, but about 5 times because I thought it was funny. She doesn't push this guy back, she hits him. She uses a fist to hit this old man. Now, whether the old man actually touched her, I don't know. That was not a part of the video. But from the distance that they were from each other, it was kind of doubtful that he could have reached her. I think somebody else probably did it, and she blamed this old man. She was looking for trouble. Now, I don't know who pepper sprayed her. It was off camera. Of course, they're saying that they think it's some guy that was in the crowd there that actually did it. A 15-year-old girl being at one of these rallies is scary. Where are the parents? Are the parents there? Or are they just allowing their 15-year-old daughter to go off to all these anti-Trump protests because they don't give a shit? That's what I'm asking. Now, of course, there was a 19-year-old woman that received a second spray of pepper spray as well. That might have been actually the one that I saw because this girl that I saw that hit the guy did not look 15 years old. If she was, she's the most mature 15-year-old person I've ever seen in my life. So the police are investigating it. I'm sure nothing will come of it. All right. Let's talk about Cruz, Trump, and the daft John Kasich. This man truly believes he has a path to the nomination because he won his home state of Ohio, and no president has ever won without carrying Ohio. And he is last place, okay, of the three remaining now, Trump, Cruz, and Kasich. He is in last place, and he's calling for Trump and Cruz to give up their campaigns and coalesce behind him. What a freaking moron this man is. He should never be president. He should never be allowed near the Oval Office. He should be locked up in a rubber room someplace because he is freaking crazy. Okay? When I saw this, I started to laugh, and it's like, oh my God, they let people like this out on the street and to run for president at that. This man is mentally ill. John Kasich is not a well person. I'll put it right out there, folks. He's not a well man. All right. Moving right along. Looking at a Monmouth University poll. Right now, and we talked about the polls last Wednesday, in fact. And I don't believe the polls. You can ask anybody any kind of question in a particular way to get a certain answer. That's what pollsters do. That's what they're good at. So Monmouth University has polled, and here's what we've got right now. Hillary Clinton, 42%. Donald Trump, 34%. And former New Mexico Governor Gary Johnson, who was the 2012 Libertarian Party candidate, and apparently he is also the 2016 nominee for the Libertarian Party, running for president, is polling at 11%. I don't think, honestly, that he is going to get 11%. Nobody knows who the hell he is. They don't even know he's running. Is he actually on the ballot in all 50 states? The Libertarian Party, I'm sorry, folks, is not a real big third party, you know, but that's 11% that won't be voting for Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump. It can make the difference. But most of the polls that I have seen, Donald Trump is losing to Hillary Clinton. John Kasich is winning, but John Kasich is third in the Republican primaries and caucuses with the delegate count. He can't even beat Ted Cruz or Donald Trump. How in the hell is he going to win against Hillary Clinton? That's where I think the polls are skewed. We talked about it, like I said, last Wednesday about the Kasich polls, the Kasich factor. And honestly, if it was the case that Kasich was the nominee, I'd have to hold my nose and probably vomit too. But I would vote for him because he's the Republican candidate. But I doubt very seriously he's going to get anywhere near the White House. Oh, and also Marco Rubio is now requested to retain his delegates. He's wanting to be a spoiler at the at the convention. Between him and Kasich, it's going to be interesting who is going to vie for vice president, essentially, or a cabinet position or something like that. All right, a little bit more serious note here. They found this past week a headstone in Central Park around Tavern of the Green that had on there Donald J. Trump, birth 1946, but no date of death. And there was an epitaph on the gravestone that says, "Make America Hate Again." That's the takeoff on "Make America Great Again," right? This is probably done by a Bernie supporter or supporters. I hope they find this person because that to me is terroristic threatening. This person or persons could go to jail for some time. Of course, they'll claim it's their free speech and all that. But you don't put graves or grave markers and all that out in the middle of a major park uh, when the candidate's running for president. I'm sorry, it doesn't work for me. The freedom of speech aspect there is not freedom of speech at that point. It is terroristic threatening. Okay, let's talk about also with Donald Trump. His campaign manager, Corey Ludonowski, has been charged with misdemeanor battery. This is from an incident back on March 8th, where Michelle Fields, the reporter from Breitbart, or former reporter now, said that he had grabbed her and basically manhandled her arm. She had a little bruise on her arm. Now, I'm not going to take this guy's side, but I am going to say this. This woman, I was right the first time. She was the one who got Alan West to not run for Congress again. She has accused Leonardo DiCaprio of trying to assault her. She has she has lied about a lot of things, about a lot of people. And I think she's lying here. She's lucky she squirmed in next to Trump in between two Secret Service agents who were looking at the crowd and did not see her. They're, you know, they're there to protect Donald Trump. She's lucky that they didn't see it and throw her to the ground and actually do some damage to her. I hope the charges are dropped against this guy. I think she and all the stuff that she has done before, you know, she's not a very good person. She, she's one of these people that, make up stories and try to make the story all about her. Now, Ben Shapiro went to bat for this woman. Um, and, I like Ben Shapiro. He's a good writer. I think he's wrong in this instance. I think that he may have jumped the shark a little bit here to prove a point. But there again, Ben Shapiro will go on to bigger and better things. Michelle Fields, on the other hand, I hope she is caught lying about this. Even, with the video, it's inconclusive what I've seen that he actually touched her. He may have hit her arm with his hand, but not forcefully. But this woman had something in her hand when she brushed up against Donald Trump. Don't know if it was a pen, a microphone, it could have been a knife. It doesn't matter. She was not supposed to do what she did. And I'm not defending Donald Trump or the other guy, the manager, Ludnowski. I'm not defending either one of them. I just think she's in the wrong here, and I hope it's proven in a court of law, and I hope that her journalistic props are pulled out from under her. Okay, let's talk about the cruise. Since there's not a lot going on, and it's spring break here in Buzzard Bait, the wife and I usually take the spring break and go on a cruise. And it coincides with our anniversary. Today is our third wedding anniversary. Love you, honey. It's been 3 wonderful years. They said it wouldn't last, and I lost the bet, of course. Oh, that's an inside joke. Anyway, we are going to take an 8-day cruise on Royal Caribbean. We are going to Haiti, St. Martin, St. Kitts, and Puerto Rico. So we've been to Haiti before, Labadee, and we're going back again. But the other 3 we've never been to, so it's going to be a good trip, a good relaxation trip. God knows this past year we've been busy at work and she's run herself ragged, and you need to get away and recharge, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Um, I'll tell you, this Saturday is the 7th anniversary when Susie and I had our first date. So this week is a very special week for us. I know a lot of people when they go on vacation, they're anxious to get away, and they go and then they come back, and it's like you've got everything staring down at you again. You've got a week's worth of mail to go through. You got a week's worth of laundry you got to get done and all that. And that's basically what we have when we get back. But in my case, I've got a lot of paperwork that's, waiting for me, insurance work essentially. Got someone at the office actually doing the paperwork while I'm gone. Thank God. Thank you, Pam. Uh, but I don't know if I'll actually do a show on Wednesday when we get back or not. It may be the following Sunday before I get back to see you. So it may be a couple weeks. But until then, we'll have plenty to talk about, Wisconsin and Wyoming, actually, to talk about when we get back. So until then, you guys and gals have a great one, and we'll see you again next time. Be good to one another. Later.